Fast food places need to up their napkin game. I'm no stranger to a taco shop. I'm no stranger to a donut shop. I love both. I love them both in the same day. I like to be in the same shopping center. I know I'm in a good shopping center when there is a donut shop, a cigarette shop, there's going to be a laundromat, there's going to be a taco shop or a Chinese restaurant, and then there's going to be like an Adriana's Insurance. If I'm in there, I'm going to find everything that I need. The problem is when you go to these places, as good as the food is, there's always an issue with the napkins. Now, this napkin right here is going to be on my list as the worst kind of fast food napkin ever, ever, ever. And probably the one that they'll give you the most of because I think they know how the napkins are. When you go to a donut shop, you're going to get these. If you go to a taco shop, you're going to get these. And those are the places where you're going to make the most mess. So it stands to reason to me that those places would have the best quality of napkins. They would just give you a couple of napkins. They'd be good quality, no problem. But you go to a taco shop and you get these. This is what one napkin looks like. And they're always going to be like this. They're going to be completely see-through. And they're like this. Now, when I use a napkin, I try to keep it as sealed as possible. So when I take the napkin out, it's going to be like this. And I generally will fold it in half and I'll use it this way. And then I might fold it again and use it that way. I'm not a person who will crumple up a napkin and just go like that. These, it doesn't matter how you hold them. They are going to be destroyed the first second you dab with it. So when people go like this, and they're cleaning their face, these are useless. You'll go and they'll give you this many napkins. Of course, they'll put them in a bag and then they'll go green or red. And then they'll put the sauces in there and then the sauce lids will spill all over them. Or whatever you ordered will spill out of the container and get all over these. Becomes useless. These napkins help no one. I feel like they're probably spending more money in napkins than they have to. I've not done a study. I don't know. I'm not a business owner, but I would think that instead of buying all these napkins and giving out so many, if you just bought maybe a better napkin. And I think this is the same storyline as the really good hamburger places that have awful French fries. We've talked about this before. A lot of places pride themselves on their delicious hamburgers or their variable hamburgers or all the different kinds of hamburgers they have and cheeses and these options and that options, but they skip out on the fries. I want the hamburger to be good. I want the fries to be good. I need the napkins to be just as good as the meal. Prices are going up on everything. I went to Carl's Jr. the other day by default because I went to a couple other places that were closed and I was like, oh, whatever. Carl's Jr. is right here. I'll just go there. I went to the drive-thru and I ordered a combo that was the single Western bacon cheeseburger. And I ordered it large size and I ordered it with the fries and the Diet Coke. Now, by the way, they've dropped their large, right? So their large is now what their medium used to be. The combo was $18.39. I'm not making this up. I'm not exaggerating. I'm saying you could probably go to whatever your local Carl's Jr. is here in Southern California. It would be the exact same price. Well, depending upon tax. I had to back out of the drive-thru. I had to say, I'm sorry, cancel the order. And I backed out and I drove away. I am not going to pay at the drive-thru the price that I would pay at a sit-down restaurant that's going to have better napkins. I'm not paying $18.39 to eat in the car. It's not even like the food is that good. You know, the rodeo burger at Burger King from the value menu is probably just as good as the damn Western bacon cheeseburger at Carl's Jr. These times are tough. These napkins, come on now. How thin is that? Napkins should not do that. Taco shop napkins, the worst. And now, Del Taco's napkins. Del Taco, like many other fast food chain restaurants, are doing this type of napkin. Once upon a time, I remember all the napkins were white. Everybody would have a white napkin with their logo emblazoned on there. So it would be like the McDonald's or whatever. For this case, we are only showing the Del Taco because, listen, it's Southern California. We at this studio, we go to Del Taco a lot. So these are the type of napkins that we get. But I do believe Taco Bell and McDonald's do a similar napkin. Not going to swear by it, but I know for sure that this is a napkin you're going to see at a lot of fast food places. They're going to be these brown napkins that are also collated, right? So collated, obviously like a fax machine or a printer, a copy machine. If you put them in order, they come back out in order. That's the same thing with this, but these are all collated and interlocked. So they are single ply. Oh, I guess they're double ply. But they come like this. You see that? See how they're like all connected? The thing about these is that these are just as lousy. I think these are single. That's a single ply. Now, the problem I have with these is not only are they hard and lousy, they also will generally pull these out of a thing, right? Like some sort of contraption that holds them. I don't know if they're up here. Generally, paper towels are up here, but the napkins are this way. But they'll pull them out and they'll almost like ruffle them. So they'll get them like this and they'll have like 1,000 of them and then they'll just shove them in the bag like that. So then the napkins are like this in the bag because they're in a hurry, right? They have to pull the napkins out. They can't delicately fold each napkin into a flower and hand it to you. But that's not the fault of the people who work there. That's this contraption that they're pulling them out of. They have no choice. It has to be that way. So they all come out in that manner, just one after another. They're all stuck together. The only way they can get them out is either that or to stick your finger inside there and pull a chunk out. But they're not always going to do that because they can't give you 9 million napkins, although they probably should because these napkins aren't really going to do anything. This is visually the ugliest thing. That's going to be the ugliest way to present the napkin. However, the food is good, right? The food is delicious. So you think like, oh, whatever. It's a give and take. It's going to be what it's going to be. Isn't that what people say? It is what it is. It is what it is the phrase that we have assigned to all of these little shitty things that happen that we're just used to. We're just like, well, it is what it is. It's the way it is. It's fast food. What do you expect? Your food's wrong. What do you expect? That's just the way it is. I expect better. These napkins are just as shitty as the other ones, but probably a little more absorbent, but probably uglier than the other ones. Because at least the first ones, they give it to you and it looks okay. These can only be presented in this manner. They can only be presented to you like someone already wiped their ass with them. And then they're like, here you go. Oh, did you need some napkins? Just here you go. I would rather have this as a napkin. I would rather than this. Here you go. $18.39 for your meal. Here. These are not acceptable. Now, these napkins come from Starbucks. I haven't been to Starbucks in 3 half moons, but I will tell you that I don't even know if these kind exist anymore. This is how old. I opened up the console of my car and dug around in there and I found these. And I got to tell you, these are just as useless as the ones from Del Taco and most of the other fast food places, the ones that are sort of, connected like that. The only thing that makes this napkin maybe a little bit better than the other napkin is the fact that there's branding on it. The branding, I will say, that's nice. It's chic. See, I think with this, they thought they could get away with the branding as making it okay. It's not okay. It's still not good. Why is everyone's napkin so horrible? How is that any good to anyone? Let me see. They're pretty sturdy. It only ripped because my nail went through it. So I will say, see there, this is going against that grain. This is going with it. So the strength is in there. The branding on this is the only thing that makes this a little bit better than the ones before. But still, that pulling out like that. I think this restaurant, though, they don't have a machine for them that you pull it out of. I think they just have stacks of them. So in that sense, they don't present to you in an ugly way. You have to find out on your own how ugly and useless they are. At least they put up a good smoke screen that the napkin is going to be good because it's branded and because it doesn't present to you like this. But when you use it, it presents just like that. Yuck. When you go to a donut shop, you're going to get these. These offered the promise of yesteryear because they're the white napkins, right? White napkin, white glove service. They tell you just by looking at them that they're going to be great. But guess what? Just as thin as the brown ones. I mean, honestly, sturdy that way. Oh, a little bit sturdy this way. Actually, maybe sturdier, but still thin. Again, what's worth doing is worth doing well. If you're going to wipe your ass or wipe your face, you want to do it as efficiently as possible. This is not efficient. These ones are a facade. These napkins are a facade. These are trying to tell you, oh, we're good napkins because we're white. Well, guess what? White is not always right. Sometimes the brown napkins are better. In this case, the brown, the white, these color lines are blending. You would think that we would learn something about dividing in color lines, but we're not. We're all melting down and becoming the same thing. Useless pieces of paper. These napkins are from Chipotle. Now, I know people have various opinions because Chipotle is sometimes not generous with their serving, or it's not authentic, or some people say the employees are not very friendly. Whatever. We're talking about the napkins specifically, which, by the way, none of these opinions on the napkins reflect upon the people who work there. They didn't make the napkins. They didn't print up the napkins. They didn't grind down, school papers and turn them into napkins. But I will say, at least with these Chipotle napkins, not only is it branded, not only is it biodegradable, not only is it recyclable, it has this sort of lip at the end. So when the napkins come out, they come out individually. So in this case, you can pull out as many napkins as you need for your order, and that's it. And then you open them up, and they are double the strength of the others because there's 2 layers. So in that sense, this is going to last you throughout the entire meal without using 500 napkins, one for every. You can dab with these. These are very good. What does it say on the back? This napkin is made with 100% recycled paper. I mean, this is not to say that the others are not, because some of those other brown ones might be made with recycled paper as well. Chipotle. I've only been to Chipotle one time in my life, and it was very mid. It was very average. It was not offensive. It was not a value. It was not mind-boggling. I think I ate it and felt like, oh, okay. I think I can move on for the next 6 to 8 hours and be okay. So in that sense, I mean, it did what it was supposed to do. They say, eat to live. Don't live to eat. I don't know if I subscribe to that, but I will say that I left there satisfied. I left satisfied. I didn't feel like I needed to return again, and I didn't leave there intrigued or wanting more. But I tell you what I did leave with. I left with napkins that were decent and should be proud of themselves. I like the Chipotle napkins. We're moving in the right direction with these. In Southern California, we have a restaurant that is like no other, and it's called The Hat. And The Hat is known for pastrami sandwiches, hamburgers, French fries, a mom and pop type shop, but it's called The Hat. So when you mention The Hat to people, it's very specific. It's tried and true. It's historical. Everyone in Southern California knows The Hat. These napkins come from The Hat. They do not have branding on them, which is fine. But what they do have is the same thing that the Chipotle napkin has, and that is the ability to take individual napkins, just like that. See how clean that is? See how much easier that is? Also 2-ply. Now, I like this one because I do like the white clean napkin. I do prefer that this one is 100% recycled, so I think that is better. This obviously they had to use bleach on this in order to get this paper this white. So there's got to be chemicals in it. And you know I care so significantly about the things that I put into my body. I don't know about these. I do like them though. I like the quality of this. I like the there's no color on this. My appetite sees no color. I like this. There's a couple of mom and pop hamburger places near me in Southern California, and they do these napkins. Now, this is a significant jump from the last ones to where we want to be. I love these ones. These are almost like what I would consider a dinner napkin. They come in this shape. They are definitely 2-ply, and they fold out like that. That is a sheet. This right here is going to be a napkin. If I had 4 of these with every meal, can you imagine? If I just had 2 of them, honestly, if I had 2, let's see what I could do with 2. With 2 of these, I would take this one and set it down on the table. I would fold it in half, and I would use it to put my drink on. So that way there would be no ring. This one I would use as I'm eating. There's nothing wrong with this one. Now, what I would do with this first one here, if I had, say, fries, right? When I have fries, I'm going to open it up like that. And I'm going to put the cup here and I'm going to sprinkle the fries here. I might even fold that up or under so that I could put some ketchup there and it wouldn't get on anything. That still frees up this whole napkin for this. They're soft. They have a border on them that's been embossed. There's butterflies on this, if you looked at that really closely. This is a very strong napkin. This napkin is given to someone because the combo is $18.39. This says to me, we need you to pay for it, but we're going to give you that for which you paid, right? This says to me, if we're charging you 50 to 75 cents for a cup of ranch, it's going to be that solo cup that's like around that deep and goes like that. It's not going to be that little tiny flat one. A lot of these places have gone to that little tiny flat one and they're charging 75 cents to $1. I want to pay 50 to 75 cents and I want the original one. I mean, listen, wish in one hand and shit in the other, right? See which one fills up first. This napkin right here from the mom and pop, this is pretty much where we want to be. These napkins are from Farmer Boys and they are elite. I love this napkin. Now, I will tell you, they're not as long as the other napkins. They're just as wide, they're just as thick, they're just as soft. The difference between those napkins and these napkins is that they give you more of these. So if you go through the drive-thru, you're going to get more and you're going to have more options. You're going to get this one to put your drink on. You're going to get this one to open your French fries on. You're going to get this one to dab your face with. And then you're going to get this, I don't know, to put in the glove box. You can put it in the console. You can blow your nose with it. You can do whatever you want with it. You're going to get more of these. So you have more options. Very, very soft. Again, another border. This one has almost a sand dollar print on it, maybe a clover. It actually kind of looks like an asshole. Like a little circle that's like this. Like a little starfish. Maybe that's what makes them so tasty. I love this napkin. To me, these are going to be The last napkins and these napkins are the elite of fast food napkins. And I got to tell you, I mean, I'm finding these specifically here at Southern California Mom and Pop and at Southern California Farmers locations. I love these napkins. They have to be soft. I want to feel the softness. I want the absorbency. I want the strength. I want the amount. I want the option. Again, I don't think these ones are 100% recycled, but you know, this planet is on fire. We're all going to die soon. Why not have a nice napkin? These are at-home napkins. You can get these like at Walmart or Target. I think the brand is called Vanity or Vanity Fair napkin. They come in a pack about so big, you know, just like this. They come in clear. They're soft. They're super absorbent. They're double ply. These ones are a square, but they open up really, really big. So that's half. This is open. Another full sheet. These are just so, so thick. They are lovely. They come from home. You know, I'm going to have the least to complain about if I just do everything at home. I don't know why I still go places and assume that eventually everything is going to be right. It's not going to be right. The napkins are not right. The service is not going to be right. Yet I go and still I rise. Still I go, hoping, crossing my fingers, tipping and praying, begging, hoping, contributing, being part of the zeitgeist. Can't even get a good napkin. The best napkins are at home. Viewers at home, what is your favorite napkin? Is it one of these? Is it a paper towel? Is it a napkin from In and Out? A big, long, thick napkin? Let us know. Sound off. Go off. Do you want to see me take a break? Because I think you want to see me take a break.